Hello everyone, today I'm here to share with you my April TBR. So I have 7 or 8, I forget, books that I selected for April. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a very busy season of my life right now. I have a lot going on. So I honestly picked a lot of contemporary and just books that I can fly through this month, because this month is a busy month. I have a wedding, I have lots of photo shoots, we're trying to prep our house to sell, you know, family events. It's just life. Life is busy as always, but I swear, whenever it's like start of a new season, like it's just chaotic. So it's the start of spring, so it's chaotic. So yeah, I have no fantasy or deep dark books this month. I just picked books that I know I can fly through, because I don't think I'm gonna have a ton of time to read this month. And that's okay, because like I said, life happens. So yeah, I read a lot of fantasy and sci-fi books last month, so let's shake it up a bit, shall we? So the first couple books I'm planning to read this month are new releases that are coming out this month. The first one being Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. Jen Bennett wrote Alex Approximately, which got released last year. It's a YA contemporary book that I just adored so much. The only thing I know about this book, it's about a group of teenagers that go on this camping trip, and a guy and a girl get left behind, and you can fill in the blank there. I'm expecting it to be adorable and sweet, and said easy to fly through. And I just really enjoyed Alex Approximately so much that I'm really hoping to love this one as well. I think I'm buddy reading this with a couple of people too, so super excited for that, because I love buddy reading, and I'm just hoping this will be just as adorable as her previous book. So super excited. And I also will have a giveaway for this one as well coming up soon for an art copy, so keep your eyes peeled. The other new release I'm planning to read this month is Stay Sweet by Siobhan Vivian. This is definitely a summer book, like you can clearly tell, but it's spring. I think about ice cream regardless of the time of year, honestly. Who doesn't? All I know about this book, it's about a girl named Amelia. Works at a creamery, and it's always been more than just a summer job for her. It says like the sisterhood and just about that. And then she meets a guy named Grady, who is the grandnephew of the Stan's founder, arrives to take over the business, showing all I know is basically it's about like this ice cream creamery, and the girl Amelia loves it, but somehow it's threatened to maybe get closed and things like that. Goodness, this sounds very similar, kind of, not the closed part, but just the overall sisterhood vibes of this one shop, like Mystic Pizza, the 80s movie. If you remember that? Like the sisterhood bond of Mystic Pizza. I don't know why, but either way, it sounds adorable. I mean, books told in an ice cream shop, like, I mean, I know like I don't ever have an aesthetic, but that's probably my aesthetic, is books sold in ice cream shops, because let me just live there. So I'm expecting this to be very sweet. Let's hope so. Okay, so the next 2 books, I'm honestly probably only going to read one of these unless I have like a great stellar reading month. I think I'm just going to read a chapter of each one of these when the time comes and pick which one I want to read. And these are my choices. So I have You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone by Rachel Lynn Solomon. It's about 2 twin sisters, and their mom has Huntington's disease, and they learn, and she's not doing so well. It's also a very Jewish family as well, which I've read a couple books about Jewish family lately, which I really find interesting, and I feel like there's not a lot about books about Jewish culture, which I'm excited to read about. But like I said, their mom's not doing very well. And then the twins go get tested for Huntington's disease, because I think it's like a gene in you that you can detect if you're gonna have it or not. And one of the twins comes back positive and the other one negative. So we get to see that. I think they're both having a love interest. So I've never read a book, like I said, there's not a ton of books I read about the Jewish culture, also about Huntington's disease. So I'm very interested in reading this. It's probably gonna make me cry. And the other one is Carry On by Rainbow Roll. This one, I really need to read this book. It's one of my 5-star prediction reads. I'm trying to film the update video in July, so I need to get up on this and read it. Carry On is the fan fiction technically from her other book, Fangirl, if that makes any sense. We follow characters Simon and Baz. It's very reminiscent of Harry Potter, and I think that's why I haven't read it quite yet, because Harry Potter is Harry Potter. But I mean, I've heard so many adorable things about this book, and Rainbow Roll writes amazing, so I mean, maybe luck will be on my side this month and I could read both. But I mean, one's a lot bigger than the other one, so we'll have to see. Right now, let's just go ahead and say I'm planning on reading both, but one read might only happen. I don't know. The last 3 are my adult reads for the month. I'm trying to put these like in match-it reviews, so you'll see what reviews will be coming this month. The first one I'm planning to read for adult fiction is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. You guys know, I read The Nightingale a few months ago, and I'm borderline obsessed with it, so I want to read all of her books. And Good Lord, she's written a lot, but this is her most recent release. It just came out this year. All I know about this book is that it takes place in the 70s. We follow a family. We follow a previous prisoner of war and his wife and his daughter. I want to say she's like 11 to 13, and they basically moved to Alaska to start over, and they learned that it's a lot harsher to live in Alaska than they thought with like the weather and things like that. So that's all I want to know about it. With her books, I expect a lot of good things because The Nightingale is just so amazing. So I've heard good things about this book. I don't know if it's as long as The Nightingale. No, it is not. So that's good. So it's only 438 pages, which I'm not worried about because her books are so easy to fly through because she has such beautiful writing and you get engrossed in the story. So very, very excited for this one. I am not gonna lie to you. This thing I have huge expectations for, so here's hoping they don't disappoint me. The next book I'm planning to read is a mystery thriller. I haven't read one of those in a couple of months, so I'm like, I need to change that. And the one I want to read this month is The Woman in the Window by A.G. Finn. Thriller is like the buzz thriller of this year. Everybody's talking about this book, so I've heard some good reviews about it and some not good reviews about it. So I don't know where I will fall at on the spectrum of that, but it's all about the title, obviously. We follow a woman that's a recluse and kind of an alcoholic, and she just stays in her house all the time, and then she gets new neighbors and she spies on them, as you can tell, and she basically sees something that she shouldn't see. It's kind of along the same veins of The Girl on the Train, which I enjoyed. I know a lot of people don't like it. I liked it, but I'm hoping to like this one. This is a very lengthy thriller. It's like 430 pages, which to me is quite a long thriller, so I'm hoping that it's going to keep up the intensity and the thrill factor throughout the entire book, but time will tell. And the last book I plan to read is The Queen of Hearts by Kimberly Martin. I mean, look at this cover, guys. It's so stunning. I wouldn't say it's a chick lit book. I'd say it's more of just like a literary fiction / women's fiction book. We follow two women named Zadie and Emma who have been best friends since their early 20s, and they go to medical school together. Now they're happily married wives and mother with successful careers, and one of them is a pediatric cardiologist, and the other one is one of them is a pediatric cardiologist and the other one is a trauma surgeon. So they live in North Carolina. Oh, that's awesome. I live right in the state above it, so that'll be cool. They live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Been there. And then basically the return of a former colleague unearths a secret one of them has been harboring for years. That's what this whole book is about. We have a female friendship. They, you know, have great things going in their lives. They're both married with kids, and then some other person comes in and shakes things up. So very interested in reading this one. It has great reviews. The cover is insanely beautiful, so I'm hoping the inside will match. So there you have it. Those are all the books I'm planning to read this month. Like I said, a lot of, you know, contemporary literary fiction books, but those are just honestly, I think, my favorite books to read. I do love fantasy and sci-fi and paranormal every now and then, but just ultimately, I think my heart loves the YA contemporary genre and the literary fiction genre with a dash of mystery thriller. Like, that's my ultimate dream list of reading. If you have read any of these books or are planning to read any of these books, please let me know down in the comments. I was going to include Leon Offbeat in this TBR, but it's not coming out to the very end of the month, so it's not May. But either way, I hope you guys have a great rest of your month, and hopefully you have I hope all your reading plans and things like that will be met. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.